Today, I'm going to show you how to take this raw, unfinished carbon to this. A high polish, high shine carbon. Man, it looks good, bro. Stay tuned.
Gradient, all up to 25%. Knock it out and get it done, man. But that's stage 2. It's in the book.
All right, what's up? What's going on? Back to the channel in the garage. So I'm building this TT bike, and this is the last Fuji I had, right? And I love the carbon weave in here, dude. I don't know if the video is doing it justice, but the pattern just goes like all kind of crazy, all over the place. I absolutely love it. And this bike has a high shine on it. But my new Fuji, as you can see, it doesn't look like that. It's just like a straight matte. And it doesn't look bad, but it just looks, it looks real dull, man. Like next to the high polish one, dude, it just looks so much better, man. And then like if you look, the weave pattern is the same, but you can't even really see nothing in the matte joint. But if you look at this one, you see all the carbon, you see the like the unidirectional, it's everywhere. Dude, the way this bike looks, it just looks so good. I think I got a small video from when I had this bike together. If I do, I'm gonna throw it up on the screen real quick so you can see. So basically what I'm gonna show you is how to polish this raw matte carbon to like a high shine. And the process is kind of like you detailing a car. I used to do a lot of car detailing in the past, and it's basically you want to prep the surface, use like a compound to cut it, then use a polish to polish it, and then either wax it or ceramic coat it or something like that. And I'm going to walk you through the process. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you all the tools that I'm using to do this. I personally didn't have to go out and buy anything, because all the stuff that I had is basically like the same kind of stuff that I was using to, like I said, detail my car or whatever. So let's hop to that real quick and I'll show you what that stuff looks like. Dang, that shine look good. All right, y'all, this is everything you need to get the job done. I'm gonna talk you through each component. Like I said, none of this was stuff I had to go buy. I literally had all this stuff kind of laying around, but this is the stuff that you would use, right? The first thing you're gonna need is something to clean the surface, right? You can use like a bike product like Muck Off to help kind of basically strip the bike clean before we start doing a compound. But I would recommend using some isopropyl alcohol and just like a little bit, very lightly wipe down the bike. And this is going to prep the surface before we start compounding, right? After you get the surface prep, then what you're going to need is some good compound, right? Now, this is your money maker, bro. So you can have a compound like this, and you can get this from Walmart, but this, for the project that we're doing with that 100% matte carbon, this will get the job done, but dude, it's going to take forever, man. If you wanted to just like bring back the shine in your bike and it's already painted and you kind of want to buff it out some, then this will work for you. But for this raw carbon and you want a high shine, this is what you need. And you can find this probably at like a Napa auto store or something like that. But this is a heavy duty rubbing compound. And this is the truth, bro. This is what you need to get the job done. After we compound, we're gonna have to polish. And this is the matching polish that goes with that compound. Same thing, you can get this from a Napa Auto Parts, or if you want to order it online, then you can get it from like Amazon or something like that. So we're going to prep, we're going to compound, we're going to polish, and then after we polish, we're going to wax. I love this banana wax, man, and I ain't gonna lie, the main reason I like it because it smells like banana. Man, it smells so good. And you could either wax the finished product or you can ceramic coat it. And I really like this ceramic coat, man. Dude, this will have water like dripping off of the bike, man. It's going to be so slick to the touch. I highly recommend some type of ceramic wax I think it's going to last longer and do just a little bit better. Also, while we're working, you're going to need you some microfiber towels, right? Ignore this, man. I was at the gun show today. But anyway, you're going to need you some microfiber towels, right? And I like this brand, this Kirkland brand. If I had to take a guess, dude, I probably got like, I don't know, man, like probably like 800 microfiber towels that I've just had over the years from detailing cars and stuff. But these are great, man. It's got like a kind of a fine side and then like a thicker kind of like terry cloth side. But this is what you need when we are wiping things down, prepping and cleaning off access and things like that. Also, you need you some type of polisher, or dude, get you a regular old drill, man. Get you something like this from Walmart, bro, and it'll do everything you need. To do the compounding and polishing, I have two sets of pads, right? I got a 3-inch pad and I got a 1.5-inch pad. You can probably get away with the 3-inch, but with the 1.5, you're probably going to be able to get to more harder to reach areas and do a more thorough job. One side of this pad is the part that connects onto the drill, and then the other side is a hook and loop side, just like a Velcro joint. And this is what you're going to attach the pad to. One of the things that I really like about these pads is that this is foam. So when you're pressing against surface and getting on different angles, the pad will move with the surface. I really like that. And usually I mark the pad with these lines. That way, when it's rotating, you can always make sure that it's rotating smoothly and cleanly. These pads right here, these are Meguiar's pads, right? They do not make the pads this small. They come in a large size. I think the smallest they make, I want to say this is like a 5-inch. But usually I get this pad and then I cut it down to size. And that way it works for the size of the polishing pads that I'm using. This pad is everything, bro. Same thing. It's kind of got like that heavy microfiber, but this is going to cut the surface very well and help you get that shine that you want. Also, there's like a pad of foam in there because same thing, you can apply some pressure and it can work with the contours of the surface that you're polishing or that you're compounding or waxing or whatever. These pads are super durable, man. This pad right here, you see how clean this joint is? Dude, I probably had this pad, I don't know, man, probably like 8 years or so, man. But they clean up very well. You could throw them in a washing machine, but usually I'll wash them off with like some Dawn because a Dawn will cut everything off of it, you know, get all the grease, and then I just let it air dry and it's back to new, man. So that's what we'll be using, man. The little hook and loop buffer pads. You got your drill. We got prepping supplies. You got your compound. You got your polish. You got your wax or your ceramic coat and your microfiber towels. Now, back to the garage so we can start polishing up this bike. All right, we got everything set up. I got some light going so you can see. For the sake of demonstration, I have taped off this area, and then we're just gonna do this part right here. And I'm just gonna show you what it takes to get it going and kind of show you what the product looks like. And then when I'm gonna remove this tape, and you're gonna really see the difference it made from this process that we're doing. Let me get y'all set up on the tripod. Hopefully this is a decent angle. All right, that works. And I would just remind y'all, this is not a quick process, bro. This process takes time. The more time you take and the more thorough you are, the better product that you will have, right? So the first thing we're gonna do, like I said, I got this rubbing alcohol. Get this out. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on this microfiber towel. And I'm just wiping down this area. Just prepping the spot that I'm about to start compounding. And with the alcohol, it's gonna dry pretty quick. I mean, you can kind of see just right now. I don't know how good you can see that. But just the alcohol is cleaning it off real good. Now, I got my 3-inch pad on my drill, and I got my rubbing compound ready. Shake this up real good. Now what I like to do, I like to put the compound directly on the bike. You can put it on the pad, but if you put it on the pad and then you turn on the drill, it might start slinging everywhere, and I'm not a big fan of that stuff slinging all over the place. So what I'm gonna do is just put some compound on here, and I might have put a lot on here, but this should be good. And I just kind of work it into the area a little bit with my finger. Got my drill out, and now I'm gonna start buffing this area, right? And once I kind of worked it in real good, I'll get me a fresh microfiber towel and kind of wipe off the excess. And like I said before, dude, this is not, it's not a quick process. It ain't just done in a quick second. It takes a little bit of time. And depending on the level of shine you want, it depends on how many passes you're gonna have to make. For this raw carbon, man, to make it pop, dude, I'm probably gonna have to go over this a couple times and really take my time working in the product, going over the area. And when I'm doing this, I'm applying very minimal pressure. I'm just letting the pad and the drill do what it does, and it's just working in the product. That's another pass. So that's just 2 passes, and dude, it's already looking pretty good. You'll see a close-up. Let me see if you can even see some of it. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but once I move that tape and you see that one specific area, you'll be able to tell that this thing is working. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a couple more passes on it real quick, and then we're gonna come back. All right, y'all, check me out. This is after I did like 5 passes. And dude, you can see it's really coming out. You see how it's looking all matte? And then look right here. It's glossy, man. And it's almost got like a mirror look to it already. And this is just the compound. So what I'm gonna do right now, you can really see it right here. So look, all matte, but then look at that gloss. Man, it looks good. So right now I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna put some polish on it and do the same process. I'm gonna put y'all back on the tripod so y'all can kind of see. All right, and like I said, same thing. Get your polish out. Got your polish. Shake this bad boy up real good. I usually do just like a little bit on my finger. It's one of the things that, like, you know, less is more. Put it on the area. Gotta rub it in there a little bit. And like I said, you could put this directly on the pad. I personally don't though, because as soon as you turn that machine on, man, that thing starts slinging all over the place. And for the sake of demonstration, I switched to the 1.5 because it was smaller for me to do this little smaller area. And then just kind of go on to work. And like I said, I'm doing very minimal pressure. I just got the product on the pad or the product on the bike. I'm letting it do its thing. Once the product is worked into a certain point, I wipe it down with the microfiber, and then I do another pass. So what I'm gonna do is put a couple more coats of polish on it, maybe like 2 more, and then I'm gonna show y'all where we at. All right, y'all, for the sake of consistency, I did 5 passes with the compound, and then I did 5 passes with the polish. And dude, you can just see it, man. You see the difference? Look at this thing, man. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. And this is just I prepped the surface with the alcohol. I did 5 passes of compound, 5 passes of polish. This is not even the wax or the finishing ceramic coat. So look, I'm gonna take this tape off so you can see like the specific lines of where we did our work at. Man, you see that difference? Look at that, bro. And that's just prep, compound, and that's it. But look at that thing, man. Look at the red. The red has so much pop in it, man. And as stated before, this is not a quick process, man. It takes a little bit of time, but the finished product is ridiculous. So look, I'm gonna put you on the tripod real quick because I want to show y'all something. I want to get my other bike so you can see it, or the other frame, side by side. And like I said, this process takes a while to do, but if you just look at the shine, bro, it just looks so good. And I've already started this process and this this project. And this side of the bike I haven't done, and I didn't do it yet because I wanted to show you it on camera what it looks like. But the other side, dude, I already compounded, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. But look at that thing, man. Tell me that isn't beautiful. It looks so much better as that high shine. And look at the, you see what I'm saying? You see all the carbon weave in that thing. Oh my goodness, it's such a good looking bike. Let me move this other frame real quick so I can show you like both sides so you can see. So I say this is the side I've already polished, and all I did was prep, compound, and polish. I didn't wax this side yet because I'm gonna wax the whole bike at one time, and I need to have the whole bike polished before I wax it. And then, like I said, flip it back over. This is the matte side. You see how it looks? Dude, it just looks, I mean, the dry carbon, it looks good, but it doesn't look, oh man, it just looks so much better when it's polished, man. Look at this thing. It just looks so much better when it's polished. Because you could just see all the crazy weave pattern that's in it. And it's everything, man. I did the fork, the whole bike. I did the dang on seat tube, everything. And like I said, this side has been compounded and polished, but it hasn't been waxed and ceramic coated yet. But once I finish the whole bike, then I will wax the whole thing and ceramic coat it, and that'll be more to follow. But those are the steps that you need to take if you want to polish up some raw carbon to a high gloss shine. Ooh, that junk look good. That's all I got for y'all, man. I'm out.
Robb Armstrong.